Watch as the yellow roll on the back of this boat suddenly comes loose and directly into the path of this motorcyclist. Hundreds of times a day, similar scenarios play out on roads across the U.S. with no warning and almost no reaction time.
I just grabbed the steering wheel, punched the brakes as hard as I could, and came to a screeching halt there in the middle of the bridge.
Stuart Roy was heading across the Wilson Bridge when a pitchfork came loose from an oncoming truck and sailed through his windshield at more than 60 miles an hour.
Well, the only reason it didn't come all the way through and actually hit me and probably go through my head was because part of the pitchfork went through the frame of the car and through the frame of the door, and that's what hung it up. The rest of the pitchfork came past my hands on the steering wheel.
Roy reminds himself daily that he lived to tell this story.
I'm lucky to be alive.
The pitchfork hangs on his office wall.
See, this right here is the exit to go to the landfill.
Stanley Newman travels about 350 miles a day.
Yes, it's a very serious situation.
He works for the Virginia Department of Transportation.
And it can cause a 5-car pileup right here just because a box fell off the back of a truck.
We weren't in his truck more than a few minutes when it became obvious why this is such a problem.
So like this van up here, what do you think when you see that?
Disaster. He only had one strap on it, and the straps will get loose because of the wind pressure from the wind, and up in the front, you can see where it's already starting to flap up front. And then the next thing you know, he will lose that in the traffic, and then it cause an accident or anything could happen once he lose that load.
Tools, tires, even a backyard grill. This is just a small portion of what Stanley's crew pulls off the roads daily. In January, this wire spool fell off a trailer on a Pennsylvania highway. It jumped the barrier and rolled into oncoming traffic for several minutes before coming to a halt. In Minnesota, this 28-pound trailer hitch traveling at freeway speed came terrifyingly close to killing the driver. Police say it hit the windshield with 1,000 pounds of force. And just a few months ago, this boat came off its trailer in the middle of one of Northern Virginia's busiest interstates. According to the latest AAA study, between 2011 and 2014, there were more than 39,000 injuries and 500 deaths caused by road debris crashes.
That's because people are not securing their load. They're being reckless, they're being careless, and they're being deadly and dangerous.
John Townsend is with AAA.
They want to get that mattress home, and oftentimes that mattress becomes airborne, and it has the velocity of a guided missile, and it can kill, injure, and maim.
And it's not just mattresses that go flying.
It's like a nightmare.
In Alta Vista, Virginia, 44-year-old Tina Catron died after a log came loose on a passing truck and crashed through her windshield. She was the mother of 6. Her 5-year-old in the back seat survived. We asked AAA to break out specific fatality numbers for us for road debris accidents in the DMV. Here's what we found. Between 2011 and 2014, there were 16 deaths in Virginia, 8 deaths in Maryland, and 0 in D.C. The deadly accidents are most likely to occur on interstate highways where speed is a factor.
When you see someone hauling something, you need to drive defensively. You don't know whether that load is secure or extremely dangerous and whether it can claim your life or not.